Today, joining me in the studio to talk to this, I have Steve McRobbie from the Bible Society of New Zealand and Te Karere from Te Wānanga Ihorangi. Welcome to you both, gentlemen. Lovely to have you here. This is quite the project, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Look, it's a wonderful project, and it's great that we're able to partner with Te Wānanga Ihorangi and CBA to see this coming to fruition. So it's wonderful.
Yeah,
I love that positivity and optimism. Me already, I'm like, it's a type of project you say yes to if you don't know how big it's going to be.
You don't know.
Projects.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into. It's kind of cool story behind it, though, right? Steve, you guys were studying together, learning some Te Reo Māori. Tell me about that.
We were at Te Wānanga Takiura in 2021, and that's where our paths crossed then. And then at the conclusion of that year, we sort of went our separate ways and stuff, and then we reconnected a little bit later on in that following year and had this kōrero around developing the Māori Audio Bible.
The cool thing about the way the relationship happened is it happened when we were in a learning context, no strings attached. We weren't representing organisations, we were just building a genuine friendship. And so once Bible Society and the CE Niels and myself and Anameka Painga, the other tumuaki of Te Wānanga Ihorangi, sat together, those connections made the whole relationship and how we fundraise together and how the project might get rolled out, all of that happened much easier. So, whanaungatanga Te Reo Māori, te tuapapa, the base of our relationship. Cool as.
That's very cool. It's nice, isn't it, when you can just explore something with that freedom. Like you say, you don't quite know what it's going to morph into, but it's quite a nice freedom to that. Te Karere, for people listening who aren't familiar with the organisation that you're from, tell us about it.
Yeah, Te Wānanga Ihorangi is, Aotearoa's only Christian Te Reo Māori learning context.
So cool.
Imagine Te Wānanga o Aotearoa, but we do hymns in the morning and karakia and love the Lord is one way of describing us. We are a response to the pursuit of Te Reo Māori and tikanga Māori as a vision of revelations that every tongue and every tribe would be able to celebrate in the voice and the culture that God has kind of placed within our hearts and within our land. So, yeah, that's us.
And how long have you guys been around?
We've been with students for the last 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
And so this is the second year. We've got 70 students on site at our campus in West Auckland. But between the first idea and kind of us getting off the ground and doing things was another 2 years. So really we've been around for 4 years.
Yeah. It's very cool. And I appreciate when you guys come in and teach us some Te Reo Māori. It's always a good time. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hey, so Steve, where are we at with in terms of what's been recorded so far?
Yeah, well, look, we're pleased to sort of just, state that we've recorded the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. And so
very cool.
All of those are finished. They've been mastered, and we're some of them are already out there on our website at Bible Society. You can also get hold of them through the U version and putting them up on YouTube as well. There's a couple already up there, and then some will be coming soon. But as we were talking off here earlier on, and Te Karere mentioned, we've also recorded another 13 or so books, and with some more still to take place.
So when did this project start?
Well, I mean, the relationship started in 2023.
Okay.
And then recording kind of at the end of 2023. One of the challenges with this project is that we wanted people who had a high quality of Te Reo Māori, people who were faithful in their Christian walk, people who loved the Bible. And it turns out all those people are really busy. So,
okay. So just got a bunch of unbelievers.
And so what it means is that, we get to have recording sessions a couple of times a week, but with all of those different pressures, it's been challenging to get as much done as we would like. But for us, the faithful people involved in the project is the thing that'll carry it through. So we don't mind waiting a little bit longer, as long as those people who are voicing, the ngā kupu tapu, the sacred words of the Bible, are the right people. And so, yeah, we're fundraising and we're doing great work. We're moving as fast as we can, but we want to move at the right pace and with the right people.
Yeah, and good things take time, right?
Yeah.
Just speak to the fundraising. This obviously takes a bit of money to create, Steve.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, we want to make sure that the people that are recording and that are reading, as Te Karere's alluded to, they're already busy people, but we want to make sure that we, look after them properly. We want to make sure that we pay them and what they're worth. We just don't want to take them for granted and just, so often in the past, Māori tend to sort of just run on aroha, but that's part of who we are and what we do as well. But we also want to acknowledge the people. So there is that. There are costs associated with the recordings. We're blessed that we've got a number of people that are sort of supporting us, but there's definitely a long way to go in terms of the fundraising. So if anyone wants to support the project, then by all means, jump on board.
Yeah, biblesociety.org.nz is the best place to go in terms of support and to find out more about the project. Te Karere, just earlier off air, we were talking about just the special nature of this project, and you were talking about tell me about the audio engineer behind it.
Yeah, so he's from Taranaki, which is a good start because they're very peaceful people and you need someone peaceful at the helm. His name is Hamish. He was brought up in Wellington, Anglican minister, Māori speaking, beautiful heart, high quality sound engineer. And for us, he's really the upoko, the head of this project, as we talk about who's on the ground, who's kind of doing the work with the voice artists and the different contributors.
Yeah, that's really beautiful because as you were saying, I mean, that person needs to have technical skills, but they need to have the language and they need to have the heart.
That's I mean, for us, we feel like God's put together a particular type of group. We've got Ness Johnson, who's project managing. We've got a whole bunch of amazing speakers. Hamwera Tamihana, he's from Taranaki too. We have Neihana Reihana, who's a reverend in the Anglican Church. We've got Naomi, who is wildly famous in the Māori world for her particular thing, and that's Māori recipes and cooking.
Nice.
Naomi Toilalo. We've got Lillian Murray, who's actually a Pākehā. Yep, and so she learned Te Reo Māori for 4 years and is a part-time teacher of Te Reo Māori, part-time primary school teacher within Kura Kaupapa. So we've got this really special cohort of people who are doing something really special.
Yeah. Steve, what would have been some of the challenges that you faced with this though, right? Because it's a big project, right? It's a big dream. What's some of the things that have sort of been challenging?
Look, I mean, even before we connected, there was also the idea of doing this at one stage earlier on in the part, and it never eventuated to anything. So, I think it's the right people coming at the right time. God's appointed time, bringing along the right people. And, I mean, once we were sort of, tight in terms of what we wanted to achieve and sort of stuff, I mean, one of the biggest things is that it hasn't moved as quick as we like, but, we want it to be, steady and want it to be sure. Yeah. And so, and the people that we've got, we're blessed with those folk, and we just have to, receive the time that they can give. I think, but we're navigating through this really well. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a fast process. No. We just have to, do it and do it well. This has potential to really, be a great taonga, a great treasure for people here in Aotearoa and further afield.
I'm thinking, I'm somebody with a little bit of knowledge of Te Reo Māori, but the thing is, it talks about in the Bible that the word of God doesn't go out void, right? So even listening to something that isn't your mother tongue, I still think it can have an amazing impact, right? Yeah,
I think, especially for Māori who are oral people, that's the way, our manuscripts were carvings and our stories were told orally. And so I think it takes on another dimension for us, especially hearing the gospel rather than just reading it. Yeah. However, for anyone, I think there is a real blessing in hearing the word of God in the first language of this place. Yeah. I mean, practically though, what we are creating is, I would say, one of the greatest Christian Te Reo Māori resources. Because imagine you can read a diaglot version, so you're learning that way, but also you can hear the Māori being spoken. It's elevating the ability for someone to learn and take on board the messages and reclaim language. And so we really see this as an act of reclamation for Te Reo Māori and a spreading of the gospel in a way that feels, more in tune with who we are.
That's lovely. That's wonderful. So right now, the 4 Gospels are available to listen to. And if people want to support to help, 66 books of the Bible to record, it's quite an undertaking. So it takes a group of people coming together, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've done some wonderful fundraising so far. Amongst our 2 organisations, we've been able to fundraise $75,000 so far.
Wow, good.
And CBA has reduced the studio costs because they're not charging us.
Oh, wow.
So
Phil Guyon and co, good on you.
They've been, and they look after our people every time they go in. Yeah. And so that's the single biggest fundraiser we could have done, but we're still less than halfway there. We're a third of the way there, and alongside inflation, the costs are just great. And so for anyone who has a passion for reaching Māori communities, for the Word of God, this is something practically they can get behind. And we can't do the project without that support, and so please help.
Yeah.
But more than that, this might be something that really connects with the call people have on God to support who we are and what we're about.
So wonderful. To find out more, go to thebiblesociety.org.nz, all the links to where you need to go. We'll also put this interview up on our socials and help you find and listen to this amazing resource. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today.
Yes. Tēnā koe.